Man, they playing witchcraft with us. Trying to go live with my man Wayne Daniels right now. And as soon as he sent a request to me to go live, they shut the live off. And you got these motherfuckers talking all loud by the window to try to get you to react to their bullshit. Ambulance driving around, turning on a lawnmower, pretend they cutting grass. Just all this desperate shit. Cars driving around. That shit don't faze me though. Ain't nobody worried about that bullshit. There we go. Yo, hey Wayne, I just seen you send a request. As soon as you sent the request, they shut the live off, but I'm trying to get it back going again. So if they shut this, if the shit shuts off, that's just them, you know, because you got some white supremacy behind this YouTube, Instagram, whatever that dude's name is. I can't even remember his name. Zuckerberg or some shit. Zuckerberg. That motherfucker is a fucking robot. Let me know if you getting in the messages. You can send a message on the live right here.
Yeah.
Yo. I can hear you, but I can't see you. Oh, there you go. All right.
Oh yeah. What's
Official
going
now.
on?
What's up, man? Hey, let me set
Yeah.
this up real fast. My bad.
All right.
They fucking with the video as soon. Damn, you see now they buffering you. As soon as you came on live, they shut it off, and then they got the ambulance circling around my house. I'm trying to get. They doing the desperate shit. Yeah, they buffering you right now. They trying to make us look ugly so we look crazy.
Yeah, this Wi-Fi is
Yeah,
weak
what
where
up,
I'm
though?
at, so I'm using hopefully my camera, my data won't slow down on you.
Yeah,
You hear me?
they doing. Yeah, I can hear you. It's hard to see you. But
Yeah,
yeah,
this data. Yeah, this data, man.
all right, y'all. So we got man Wayne Daniels right now. We going live. It's an interview about gangstalking, exposing the community harassment, exposing the program, the 20 the torture program, the sacrifice of and tortured a lot of innocents. And it's just to tell y'all Wayne's story right here. So what up, Wayne?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Shit, I'm trying to get this damn camera right. My bad. Uh, I'm
Yeah,
blessed.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm blessed by the best.
Yeah,
So they fuck with us every way possible.
I know that's right, man. That's all we can be.
Blessed.
That's all we can be, brother.
Oh yeah, so other people when ain't talking started noticing start getting harassed by
All right. Well, you kind of going in and out. Maybe it's because of my data, but anyway, I kind of heard what you said a little bit. Well, my gang started in Seattle, Washington, which is Washington State actually. Yeah, Washington State. It started there, and I noticed that I was for some reason I was being followed around. Like I would see a car park up like up a street, but they would never get out the car. Like they would park like at a local parking area, or I just felt like I was being followed, man, for some odd reason. It was real strange. Then all of a sudden, I get people that I stayed at the shelter with. They just all of them turned their back on me. People taking pictures and spreading all kinds of lies and rumors and everything. Everywhere I went, they was just there. You know, it's like
yeah,
they were like 2 steps ahead of me.
yeah. And
So,
tell the people how they use and I don't want to tell you what to say like that because you know I'm the last person I ever try to tell somebody what else to do. But you know how to use the color code harassment. Like they'll use a bunch of red. Like you'll have people like you'll have say we do our laundry right because I didn't been in a
yeah,
situation. I've been in a situation before where they set me up to be homeless and I was homeless for like I was homeless for about 3 years, staying in a car. You know what I'm saying? I would have nice cars. I still, mess with female. I still live my life, but they had me trapped down in the car, and every time, you get comfortable, the police will pull up to you, and when the police pull up, you know what I'm saying? They basically saying like, we running you. We in charge of you, and they let's be real, they not in charge of nothing. They all just being controlled to do this, but
yeah, you're right. That's all they want. Is they
yeah,
want you to think. They want us to think that, but we still gotta
yeah,
live our lives as individuals.
yeah, fact,
Um, well, as far as the color code, man, I kind of got myself detached from that. I mean, I've seen the color codes before, like the cars and the people wearing red shoes and all that. But my thing is how I got out of that sensitization part was me just thinking about how I used to color with crayons and how I seen colors all my life. So I never let that really get me, headsprung or nothing like that.
yeah.
At first maybe, but I kind of got out of that. I don't even pay that shit no mind, really, honestly.
Oh
So
yeah. And that's the thing. That's you see, when I watch your videos, I already know that it's not fucking with you the way they wanted to. And that's
yeah,
that's letting it be known. We really went in the battle. They doing all this shit. They got an ambulance that park around my house. It just wait for you to feel free. And it turns on the siren. The shit. And my thing is, I don't pay this shit no attention. I used to be sucked up in the shit. At a point, it got the best of me. You know what I'm saying? But
mm-hmm.
I realized that I was a target since birth. They've been doing shit since birth, and it's basically the more successful that you get, the more free minded you get, the more spiritual you get,
Yeah,
the more that you realize. The biggest thing was this: when it just gets to a point where you realize, like, man, I don't need no man, I don't need no woman. All I need is God. All I need is the opinion of God. Because when I have God, now I'm living right. You know what I'm saying? And once at that point, then they start. Then damn, I feel like everybody hating on me. But my thing was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? The greatest of the great. They hated by the most. You know what I'm saying? So at
yeah,
that point, at that point, I just start. I looked at everybody as haters. Then I start realizing, like, damn, my haters is plotting up on me heavy. Like they trying to take me out. And
yeah,
they set my family up in this program. So they use that to try to torture and harass me with a V2K. And basically, at the end of the day, I try to take care of my family. Feels like sometimes they got mind control. You know what I'm saying? Because you know
yeah.
it be forms of witchcraft and shit like that. And, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's her out her soul doing it, but I know for sure that it's other people involved trying to her. And you got the 27 watchers, like people downstairs to the side of me and in front of the house, and then you got all these motherfuckers around me. These motherfuckers stand all day and they try to B2K you. They try to send those direct energy
Yeah.
weapons. You know what I'm saying? And they basically
Right, right.
they trying to portray something, you know what I'm saying, and make it crazy to society. So society believe the book and you're all, bro. You know, and like we know the game, you know what I'm saying? I just want,
Right.
it's just about exposing to the people that don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because people in our community call us crazy and they don't know us from Adam. They don't know shit about us. You feel me? Besides what we look like.
Nah, that's why, you know what, I'm like this, man. I look at it like this, like when I wake up and I look at the world every day and I go through this constantly, it doesn't matter where I go. Like I'm at the hotel and I hear people tapping and
Oh
whistling and
yeah.
all this other stuff. They
Hey,
do that little crazy whistling shit, and
yeah.
I mean, as much as I ignore it, they try harder and harder and harder. But for some reason, I don't know, I just grow stronger and stronger and stronger with that because I'm already expecting that the next day when I wake up. So it
Right,
ain't
right.
like, oh, is it gonna stop now? I don't know when it'll all stop. It'll just stop all the way around. But it's like 24/7 constant. Like man. And then plus being on the streets is kind of hard too, you know, having sleeping areas, and then you got loud cars going by, they trying to sleep deprive you, and I mean all kinds of shit, you know.
And
So
and I
it's
and
tough.
you see, I would have to go to the weed shop every day when I stayed on the street because that's the only thing that could knock me out. You feel me? It would be
Yeah,
that, or honestly, a female. You know what I mean? You get it in with a female, and not
I hear
even,
that, bro.
and, and not
I
even
hear that, man.
no disrespect, but if with my girl, the medicine, you know what I mean? That'll be the only thing that puts me to bed, and then it's just a
Yeah,
it's a matter of time to somebody walking their dog and they taking this shit right next to your car, looking right at you, waiting for you to wake up. You know what I mean? Just to wake up to a damn dog shitting right next to you, and some white lady smiling and finding some type of kick out of it. Because I'm gonna be real with you. You know, I'm mixed, but the white people they love this shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of Spanish
yeah.
people, a lot of his it's
And,
black it's black that sell out their own people. You know what I mean? We know the
and
real thing.
yeah, right. You
Yeah,
know, when I get into like stuff like when I say stuff about how we divide it, when I say like white devil, don't be specifically like you know the people that are targeted.
yeah.
I aim at the people that the governments and the politicians, the
Oh,
lawyers, doctors, and all
mo,
this other because they're black devils too, man, just as well as
mo,
white. You feel me? I
no,
say that all the time. You know, I
it's,
don't try to
yeah,
promote hate or anything.
yeah. 'Cause I got white, I got. You see, like I said, like I'm mixed, so I got everything in me. So I ain't tripping off nothing. You feel me? You know,
Yeah, I feel
it's we children of Israel, so I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? But you know, yeah,
yeah,
we'll get, yeah, I'm yeah, like I said, it's people of all races, of all skin tones that will have the same clone personality, where it's like you have a demon in you. Your job is to
yeah,
your job is to irritate the shit out of somebody and then laugh about it once you do it. You know what I mean? And if not, you over here begging,
yeah.
scraping the bottom of the barrel. What's it gonna take? Will this siren work? Will these noise campaigns work? Will this shirt work? If we cramp his space, will it work? If we yell, will it work? If you know what I'm saying? And they do so much shit to me, bro. It's ridiculous. But they been had an agenda on me. They been had an agenda. They trying to get me to basically, you know, be on the streets and hopeless. You know what I mean? And
I
basically,
think what they go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
like, you good. No, but I was saying, yeah, they'll, you know, they been everything they can to really just like destroy your boy. You know what I mean? From my family to you that against
Yeah,
me. You know, growing up, you know, I play basketball, I play football. I'm a baller. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
they blacklisted me to the NBA and the NFL to you know, have this false reputation on me, and then have all these people basically just um form against me in a low manner. You know what I mean? Like it'd be times you watching a
yeah,
Lake it'd be times you watching a Laker game and you'll see LeBron James play a perp on me. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know. I don't know if you for it or not, but you know Black Lives Matter is part of like a fake movement.
yeah. I'm not with that Black Lives Matter. It's a organized domestic terrorist group.
Thank you. And then it's formed by the white supremacy to separate us. Because think about it, the white supremacy within prisons, you feel me? That's what created race. When we go look in the Bible in King James Version, or even not in King James Version, because King James Version we know is
Yeah,
that's the right Bible, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
but
That's the one I read.
yeah, but what I was gonna say is, it doesn't talk about race. It doesn't say white people, black people. It doesn't say nothing about that. That shit was created by the supremacists. That shit was created by people like Hitler. That shit was created by the Stasi program. You know what I mean? To
Yeah, well,
divide us all. And then that's when slavery kicked in with black people, with Irish people, with the Hebrews. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
So all of that shit,
yeah,
it really formed because of the system. So it's like, yeah, it's sad that you'll have people think that they part of a righteous movement because they're like, oh yeah, we all black, let's go. But really, you don't really see what it is. It's like, come on now. When Nipsey Hussle was shot, I was down the street. They was doing street theater. Oh, and it look, they had a hit. They had a hit out on me after they took my dad out. They went after my brother. They attacked him, and then they went after me, and they set me up in a hood that I grew up in, by Inglewood, and in California.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and basically they had it set up for me to get a hit. They had a hit out on me, so they had somebody get comfortable over there. Seemed like he was like one of my brother. He claims to be a Hebrew, but nah, I can't. I
Okay.
and it, I'm a Hebrew, but I'm just saying, like, you already know you have fake people in every religion. You know what I'm saying? You got people that say that.
Yeah, and yeah. I done had some Hebrews like gang stalk me. I'm like, man, these guys just don't know. Like,
They
they
ain't
know the
got
Bible so deep. Why don't they don't know that this is lies and propaganda against their own brethren? Why do
back.
I done had two of them do that against me, man. So I just
Yeah, yeah. But
hmm
anyways, they got me comfortable in my own hood, and I noticed people following me. I blow close to the gas station. I run out of gas. It's times around. I'm so, I'm used to hustling, making money, but they fucking with my hustles. All my hustles start shifting. It went from selling candy in high school to selling cars. I'm gonna be real with you. I was selling weed. You know what I mean? Before they opened up the weed dispensaries, and you have the whole,
yeah,
and then it turned from all the way to basically like, and then people would start coming to my house like, oh, let's go hit this lake, let's go do this, let's go do that. And it's like these was actually real gangsters. But then went from that to like snitches. Like it'd be a car parked in front of my house, and then people trying to trap me out. They said they'd be like, oh, I'm from over here, but it's like, why don't I ever see you? Like, I think I can't, but anyway, so I'll tell you, so basically they set me up. They had a hit out on me, and it wasn't really the gang, but the gang stalkers. You see, they'll set you up to get you shot. You feel me?
yeah,
Yeah. So because it's like this. Say you a blood, and I'm not saying I'm a blood, nothing like that. But say you a blood, right? They'll 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 they'll,
yeah.
they'll try to create this profile like, oh, just like in that movie Colors, where they got the dude from he's basically like in Venice at the time. You remember he getting chased by Pac-Man in Colors? You seen that movie?
Right. Yeah, I
Yeah,
see colors.
yeah, yeah. So you remember when the dude like he banging Crip, but then he turned to blood. So when he went to jail, they jumped the shit out of him. So
Yeah,
so basically they like that with me. They try to make it seem like I'm hanging with the end, and I'm in a hood. Just all this bullshit. So they had me trapped out. They had one of this dude that set me up. He not even a blood or nothing like that. He a snitch. You know what I mean? And basically
yeah,
he a gang stalker. So basically, he had it set up to get this motherfucker, trap him out. And once we can't trap him out, we gonna have to put a hit out on him or something. And then basically,
mm.
he told me one day, he was like, "Oh, it's my birthday. Pull up, pull up." And I felt so suspect about it because I'm like this energy. It's like, how I say in the Bible, like, test the spirit by the spirit. And I just
Yeah,
I wasn't feeling the spirit at all. You feel me? I felt the demonic spirit. I felt like I was gonna get shot at if I went over there. So I go over
hmm
there, and I had like one of those old school Saabs. You know what I mean? It's a little turbo. So anything happens, I'm out of there. You know what I mean? 0 to 60 real quick.
yeah. Okay.
So I pull up. He ain't nobody there. So I'm like, where you at? So he pulls up in a car, a white car, and then he walks up my door all suspect. He's like, come on, let's turn up, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I'm like, bro, calm the fuck down. Like, and then it's a car parked up in the background, and you feel me, another white car with one headlight. And shit. I just thought about that one headlight shit. And this dude, I didn't know who they were, but they popped up out of nowhere. They're like, "What's up, blood?" And they start busting at me. I got shot at like 8 times, but I sensed it coming, and that's the only thing that So you know, I got shot one time in the knee, but I was out of there. I was running like Smokey and Friday when he and I'm not even trying to make out the situation, but I was running like Smokey and Friday. He fucked with Hector's shit. You know what I mean? So I was
Yeah, man.
weaving through the streets, and you know what I mean. Lord willingly, I told myself God can, and God's the only thing that saved me. And at that point, I started realizing how much of a target I was. Because after that, I went to a liquor store, and then they're like, "Oh, just wait till he sees what we got popping next," like a mind game. And I'm like, who
Hmm.
these motherfuckers? Is they Crips? Is they, you know what I mean? Is they stalk? Like who are? I didn't know nothing about gang stalking. So after that, they set Nipsey Hussle up. You know, Nipsey Hussle got set up by gang stalkers. Those people that were at his thing, if you watch the video, you'll see the people that set him up. You know what I mean? He was packed out. That's
Yeah,
his own. That's his own hood. And I was just, you see, Nipsey next door, next basically, to where it's like he'll pull up on, he'll be like, you know, he'll just, you know, he'll just show love, like, you know, just let it be known, like I see you grinding. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
so I was getting up with Nipsey, and you know, literally like the day after, um, that's when they took him out, and then shit started getting real weird. And the day before, they had street theater with some white people in South Central, regular hanky panky white people. You know, they were like, I'm like, what y'all doing here? Like, bro, you know where you at? Like, y'all can't be hanging around here like this. They made it look like
hmm,
but they got no cameras, and they like, oh, we filming a show called
yeah,
they like we filming a show called Black Conspiracy, and then I'm like, hey, that's weird, and I'm like, who's in it? Like, oh, we don't know, and I'm like, yeah, this mad suck. So after that, and that was before, and then after Nipsey, it was, and then it was Black Panther, and then it's DMX and my brother, and it's just all these different people just
yeah,
getting set up, and then George Floyd, you know what I'm saying, and then the Black Lives,
yeah,
then they really start saying, oh, Black Lives Matter. Then they start, if you watch something on TV, they like that now all the commercials got black people. Now all the TV shows are introducing black people. So it's just showing you like, all right, we sacrifice all these black people, right? We sacrifice damn near
uh,
all these black leaders. But then we gonna say Black Lives Matter. Now we gonna say it. We killed
right,
all
yeah,
these black leaders. They killed everybody who was a black leader in society, from MLK to
yeah.
X to Marcus Garvey.
Malcolm X,
Yeah,
Marcus Garvey, yeah.
yeah. So
And
that's
the thing is about that, the thing is about this, the thing is I'm gonna tell you about this whole thing, man. This
uh-huh.
whole thing is nothing but a modern day lynching, with a loophole that they can get past it because they ain't no there's nobody, you can't arrest them for breaking their own laws, and they're the ones that control everything. You know what I mean?
You see, hey Wayne, they buffering. Hey, they buffer. You see, but you see how you saying real shit, and they gonna buffer you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah, like everything you saying right now, they buffering it. Like they got the perks right by my window talking loudly because they don't want the truth to get out. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
but yeah, man, this shit crazy. You can't even do an interview without some weird shit going on. That's what I'm saying. Okay, now I can hear you. What were you saying, Wayne?
What now?
Yeah, yeah. So
You
so
there?
everything you just said, it got buffered. So it's like we can't hear nothing because they fucking with the connections. You know, they could, like I said,
Yeah,
they could turn the live off whenever they feel like it. So
yeah.
and then,
They can. They
yeah,
got that much control.
yeah, because you know that Mark Zuckerberg is nothing but a sucker. Like, and I don't even mean to make his name rhyme, but I'm saying that motherfucker is a mind control puppet. So he'll do whatever
Yeah, yeah.
the system do. So if they like, oh, we gotta monetize their viewers or we gotta buffer their video, he gonna do it. But what were you saying? Because we was talking about Marcus
I
Garvey. You're saying modern day
I
lynch.
said I said yeah. This program ain't nothing but a modern day lynch program, man. Um, Yeah, it's a modern day lynching program where they can get away with it. You know, they're
Right.
using directed energy weapons and shit. So I mean,
Yeah.
they got loopholes. You got everybody screaming out loud about how they feel about being targeted, getting hit with directed energy weapons, and all this other crazy jazz. Then you got the other people that's like, well, we don't understand what's going on, and but the other people that's in the background, the hands that you'll never see, they sit back twiddling their thumbs like, yeah, we know what they talking about, but you won't know. You know, we're gonna make these motherfuckers look crazy. You know, that's how they do it, man.
Right.
That's how they do it.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. That's
And
why I
that's
said anything government, I don't put nothing past the government, man. Especially with
at
me
all.
being targeted, it helped me look into other things, not just only gang stalking. It helped me look into other things and see how how dirty this organization has been throughout the years. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't put nothing
Yeah.
past the government, man.
Yeah, man. And you already know, man, these dudes that be doing this shit ain't nothing but puppets of the white supremacy. So it's sad to see. And my thing is this, it's like you'll try to save your people and preach to them every single, and it don't even matter what race you are, you know what I mean? Because it's the real power to the people movement is the power to the people of all races, all nationality, even religions at times, you know what I'm saying? But the whole power to
Yeah,
the whole power to the people has turned into let's depower the people. Let's make it look right to stalk people that ain't killing nobody. We ain't selling no drugs. We ain't pimping. We ain't prostituting. We ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? We trying to live our life.
yeah,
It be people that never committed a crime in their life that list. You know what I'm saying? Um,
yeah, totally. Yeah. I don't
you know,
understand
like,
that. But you
and then you
pick
get
up
in
random people, man.
they buffering you again. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
hey, I
they
feel.
they buffering you. They hitting me with a siren and they buffering you, but that's just a coincidence, y'all. Like, come on now.
Yeah. See, now as far as being targeted when I was younger, I don't know if I was say yeah, because they know who you are when you're born anyway. You know,
You,
they
you
know
say,
who you are. You know?
they say you know who you are when you're born.
No, I'm just saying they know who you are.
Yeah, I'm man. They buffering your shit. I wish you could see it. They got like a you know how it buffers in the. All right,
Yeah, they
yeah,
can you hear me
now you
now?
good. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, they know who you are when you're born, man. So I don't know exactly if I was targeted when I was younger or not. I don't know.
Yeah, no, and
But
my thing, I feel like I feel like they knew. I feel like they really know, but you see, when we growing up, like the kids in our class, they don't know. They just they fall into the bullshit. It's like this. It's like, oh, so and so's not cool. Don't hang out with him, or like so and so is,
yeah,
you know, so
exactly.
you know what I mean. Like my man Young Still, like growing up, he told me like you get the dark skin jokes like he went to a mixed school and shit. You have everything, but people would hate on him because he dark skinned. So people would hate on him that bad to the point where it's just like, damn, can I live? You know what I mean? Like the Jay-Z song, Can I Live? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And just because it's something retarded like that, you gonna have all these Chinese people, Mexican people, white people, light skinned people be like, oh yeah, that you know what I mean? It's vice versa
yeah,
for whatever you are. So and it'll just be something stupid like that, or it'll be something like it'll be something like it just a false rumor. They could make my thing is this. They can make up any rumor and they could go along with that, you know what I'm saying? Like they could be
yeah,
like you could be the cute pussy and they could be like, oh, this motherfucker gay, like don't fuck with him. And now everybody think you gay and then you over here looking like what? Like I fuck the baddest bitches in the world. What are you talking about? So
yeah,
and
right.
no disrespect to women, all real women are queens, but I'm just saying, just in the past, do you know how somebody could look at it? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying for myself, but
Oh
you know,
yeah.
but
I know what you did because I had rumors. I had the rumors, the little smearing campaign they had on me. They were
yeah,
saying something like
yeah,
that and talking about something, huh?
yeah, that they'll exactly. They'll be like, oh, so and so's a blood from Inglewood, and he's a no good person. So when he comes in your store, he's most likely gonna look for something to steal, and you come up there with
Yeah.
2,000 in cash or something, and you gonna buy everything.
Yeah. Right.
You
Right.
you gonna buy whatever you want. But they got that, they inform the security guard, they inform the store clerk, they send a couple stalkers to follow you around the store and to cramp your space and to talk all loud. Like right now, I'm gonna tell you, they having a conversation right here. You know what I'm saying? Just to fuck with my head to make me look crazy in this video. You know what I'm saying? These people is getting paid to basically stay home all day, and they hide from the camera. So when they'll hide behind the bushes and shit. So they do stupid shit like that. But it's clearly like you're talking
Yeah.
dirt. You're talking dirt. It's not a coincidence. I come to the back room, to the laundry room, to film a video, and then you come over here, feel me? And you talking directly to my head. So, but anyways, ain't nobody worried about the shit they doing. They just
That's
distract.
what happens when I make a video.
They just, oh, that's all it is. But just exposing more community harassment to let the people know how this
Yeah.
shit how this shit really is. So like say what would it be like if you walking down the street, right? And then you just say
Mm-hmm.
smoke a cigar, or you just you just chilling, you sun gazing or something, you just chilling in the sun getting good energy, and you post up like give me an example of what it'll probably be like if you just standing there and you just you basically like meditating.
Okay. For a lot of instances, I get like if I'm standing there by myself, I'll get like some people that'll try to walk near me and try to act like they checking to see what I'm doing or something, or either they'll just look and then walk back the other way, or they'll walk past me and kind of stall like they want to left or right, they want to go, they don't know which way they going. Just little stupid shit that they do, man. It's just ridiculous to me, But
Yeah, and
when
then
they come and crowd me, I move
uh,
somewhere else.
mm,
I mean, I guess they can kind of feel like I know what they're doing, but I move somewhere else, man. I try out of every waking minute, I try to make my own peace out of the
yeah,
situation. Believe me, it's hard to do. You know what I mean? But it's what I had to
and,
learn to do, man. This is my new reality.
and the goal of this program is to either have us kill somebody and do 25, so boom, we look crazy. It's to harass us, make us to make our energy fucked up to where it's like, damn, he crazy. So people believe that shit, or else it's for us to take ourselves out or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you got the counselors, you got the judges, they got human health behavior they didn't study. Man, come on, they know what it is when it comes to the reaction of a person that's like that keep getting hounded. They know the answer to that already. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? They know. They already know that they did plenty of studying about that, how to manipulate somebody. So they're masters of it.
mm,
They're very good at what they do, man. I'll give them that. But the thing is, if a person already knows, man, and learns, and then I mean, just learn and really learn how to just really ignore this, man. Yeah, I think you can combat it, though. I mean, you just gotta expect it every day, no matter where you go. You know, I mean,
definitely.
it took a while for me to get to this point. It took a while for me to get to this point because at the beginning, I didn't know what was going on. I was trying to run away from everything. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, I'll get away from these strangers. There's a whole other group of strangers doing the same thing these last did.
they buffering
Yeah,
you again. But I was gonna say like a target, or a target, a target like me, a target like you, a target. It's a lot of targets that it's some targets that go through this and they actually they fall into mind control. You know what I mean? They doing what they want them to do, I've even had it before where it's like, damn. I'm walking in downtown LA and it felt like I'm not even in charge of my own body. It felt like these people are
yeah,
just they sending so many people, because you see I'm from LA, so the targeting in LA is ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? And that's where it all
yeah,
started. the LAPD, and you see the LAPD work with NYPD, and they all work with the undercover cartels and
Yeah.
mafias and all this shit. So most of these people that get to do this shit, that they'll make it that they'll be convinced that they part of the mafia, and you ain't part of the mafia, bro. Because these people, they do you think the police gonna be crying tears when a gang stalker gonna pass away? No, they don't give a fuck that you was just used
Nah.
puzzle for the system to use this other person and trap this other
This
person.
is a
They don't
this
give a
is a
fuck
social
about
this is a social experiment, man. They don't.
it.
You're right. They don't. This is a social
Yeah,
experiment, man. That's all it is.
yeah. And you see what they do. They do shit like that. They'll basically, they'll kiss these stalkers' asses and they'll be like, look, we gonna take care of you. We gonna get you a car. And they'll get cars from police auctions. Cause I worked at an auction. I seen the cars that they usually drive. They either company cars that they just, it'll be like, all right, say, them company cars where it's like, you know, it'll be like a fucking Ford Mustang, and one seat, like the one seat will be crooked, so it won't be a car you really want to sell. So, it'll be something
Right.
that they'll give that to them. You know what I'm saying? And in our eyes, it looks like they driving a nice car, and they living a normal life. You know what I'm saying? To the people would be like, oh no, that's Fred. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? And they'll do shit like that, like what they do to the people that watch us in the house. When we stay in the house, they pay for
Yeah.
they pay for their utilities, they pay for their groceries. They pretty much do everything for them to make sure that they watching us 24/7. Because if they wasn't, they wouldn't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? So, and
Yeah.
that's what makes
Now,
that's when yeah.
now check this out.
Um,
Now, the other day I made a video on my. You know, I got another channel. I think I might have gave you the link to
yeah,
one of the
yeah,
videos already. But yeah,
yeah.
I was talking about there was a dude. There was a dude that I know for years, right? And he used to gang stalk me. Matter of
Uh-huh.
fact, me and him got into through some hands one day. And I don't know, for some reason
Yeah.
we became like kind of close. But then he told me about how it worked. He was like, man, he said it's a text message or some type of alert you get on your phone asking for like a community service, like if you see some type of thing, or I believe it's like Ember Guard. It's like they select you like security duty, man. You know, you can volunteer to do it. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't get. You can volunteer to do this, and it's like what is it? Citizens Corp. You know, they pick you
Mm-hmm.
to participate in stalking somebody else. I told him, I
Mm-hmm.
said, you know what, man? I noticed that you ain't really been doing that shit to me. I said, if they really told you the real narrative of what this program was supposed to do, I bet you half these people wouldn't even participate in this shit.
Man,
You
if
know
they
what I
if they
mean?
only knew, in fact, and that's some real shit right there. See, they keep buffering you, and it's crazy. Just so the people that's watching, y'all notice every time he's spitting some real shit, but his videos buffering, and then the noise campaign around us is only increasing. Like the ambulance, the people are talking louder. But anyways, my thing is this. It's a 24/7 program to not only drive us crazy, but it's to make it about the gang stalkers. It's to make it about the shit they do. Cause the way I look at them as a bunch of dead robots that's all being controlled, that's sold to Satan. That you know what I mean? Um and basically they just they're not mentally there. They ain't got no, they're not mentally there, because no normal person in their right mind will spend years and years and years. Some people done been stalked by people for 20 years. Like, I got people that I grew up with that leached off me, would come over to my house, smoke my weed up. I introduced them to women. I try to hook them up with girls, because growing up, like, since I graduated high school, I would attract women because I was an athlete. I was in shape, attracted to the females. and make a lot of people jealous. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I became a trap to where it's like, damn, some people would just they would come over my house just to trap me, just so that they could get some. You know what I'm saying? And stupid shit like that, or like say I got a business idea, like say I got a business idea to where I start buying cars for 500 and I'm selling them for 1,500 in a day, so I'm making 1,000 a
Right.
day. So say I'm doing something like that, they gonna take that idea, they gonna trap me down all day, have somebody come to my house, bullshit me all day, and then to the point where you realize like, damn, this person ain't even about shit. Like you trying to hold me down, so just so motherfuckers could hustle off me, like you just stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? And they like
Right.
they'll that's start realizing like they'll use our ideas. Like it's another target like Tony H. She writes movies, or she was into like, you know, like cosmetology and movies and shit like that. And then she started realizing like, damn, they stealing her ideas, or just stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? So it, you know, part of us, like it seemed like we're part of the smarter, and they say the only people that's really targeted are smart people. So if you're running across people that seem like they don't really know what they're talking about, it's
Mm-hmm.
because they not really, you know what I'm saying? The ones that's really spiritually conscious and aware of
Mm-hmm.
everything going on, and aware of just
Right.
living in righteousness, those are the real, I'm saying, you know, you already know we get the honey pots. We get females that seem like they the one and then they disappear. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know, you go to the store, they'll have their ass out to where it's like, damn, like, oh, you know,
You
you
know,
ready
look.
right then and there. And
Yeah.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Like my man King, he a target, he a, yeah, they buffering you again. Yeah, I mean this shit is, it's just like all they trying to do is keep the truth from getting out so they can continue on with their agendas.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, they
man. Like
buff.
I said, I don't put nothing past. I don't put nothing past the government at all, man. I know. I already know what time. Or boy, like my stimulus. I ain't got my stimulus yet, man. Everybody else ain't got theirs. I ain't got mine yet. It's time I gotta
Yeah.
identify myself. I'm like, what
Oh
kind of,
yeah.
you know? Yeah, I ain't
Cause
getting none
cause
of
they
that yet. I was planning on trying to, make some moves with that.
yeah. You know how they give out that pandemic money? They giving out people 10 racks. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be people like I'm in Ohio, but I'm from LA. But they'll get people where it's like they like um you know, you save up all these weeks and damn, you got 10 racks. So it's people out here getting 10 racks at once, you know what I'm saying? So you know, they they I tried doing that shit, I can't get none of that. So when I got that stimulus, like what the fuck? Like I actually this money actually came, and you know, I got that. Yeah, you already know they want us to spend that stimulus shit on bullshit like weed and food and all of that. But I got that
Yeah,
shit piled
yeah.
up. Like I ain't spending none of that shit. Like I'm saving up everything to where I could. And this what I advise a lot of targets to do is like save every penny you have. You know, eat free if you can. You know what I'm saying? Um, or however you can, eat the cheapest and healthiest you can, and just save all your money. Fuck clothes, fuck all of that material shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all of that chains and bullshit. You know, because that shit ain't going. And it first off,
Straight up.
it ain't gonna matter in the afterlife. But then when it comes to shit, like we need to make real moves. Like we all need to have our own house. You know what I'm saying? We all need to make moves like that. to where you know, we own our own land. Can't nobody tell us shit. You know what I'm saying? We comfortable in our own shit. Like, and that's what I'm getting ready to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to move next to another Target in Detroit that I do music with. And you know, it's basically like I'm in Ohio, he's in Detroit, so they already know everything we doing and everything we thinking. So I ain't really tripping. Um, like they'll have the real estate agent, they'll inform real estate agents about us and those people. But my thing with God, all things is possible. So you just got to play the game. At the end of the day, you look at it like, oh, I'm just a home buyer. I buy a house. But yeah, in
Right.
places like Detroit, you know, they got homes in Detroit for starting at 2,500, to where you just boom, you take that whole stimulus check, you get somebody to co-sign for you or something like that, and then you just give them the money and boom, that's your house. Can't nobody tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? You get and you start hustling and doing shit on your own. You start, you know what I'm saying, patching up the wind, like they got these things called double window inserts for the noise campaign, so block out noise, and you make that shit to how you buy a damn waterfall, you know, just shit like that to block out the noise, you know. Like it's, you know, when if we all have our own shit, we'll be so much more powerful. We can invite other targets over, shit like that. But yeah, they keep buffering you.
Yeah, they know how to put something in your life. You know, yeah, man, it's been kind of difficult, man. You know, as far as like financial wise, I've been trying to, you know, hold on in there. You know, 'cause sometimes what I do, I don't even lie. Sometimes I fly. I gotta do what I gotta do. You know. But I don't spend that money
Hmm.
on stupid shit or nothing like that. That's just, you hear me?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
hear me?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I
said
mean, shit, it's
I fly a
yeah,
little
yeah,
time sometimes.
yeah,
I do what I gotta do, man. You hear me? Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
I do what I gotta do.
it was times that it was times I was staying in my car. I'm working side jobs. You know, I'm doing shit that I never wanted to do. You know, it's times I was recycling, just doing shit that I never thought I'd do. But you know, it got to a point that I realized, like, man, all this shit that I'm doing is just another form of slavery. Because all they trying to do is make us feel like we ain't good enough. It's like you Michael Jordan, but they telling you Tyronn Lue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, you know what
You
I'm
ain't lying
saying? Like
about
you shit is like you a fucking legend. They think like, oh no, you ain't shit. And it's like then you look at them and it's like, who the fuck are you to tell anybody shit? Like, what do you do? And then it's like,
you got
but
control of these people's minds, man. What it is.
yeah,
They got so
yeah,
many people they palm feeding, man. They got their hands out with all kind of shit. These people are palm being palm fed from the government. That's the reason why the government got so many people on their side, man.
oh
Even you
yeah,
know, even the ones that's halfway woke, the ones that's halfway woke still depend on the government, man, for stuff. It's just like, you
right,
know, it's sad, man.
yeah, I'm
Real
yeah,
sad.
yeah. And like I said, the target since a kid, I started. You see, man, one of my dudes on one of my homies on YouTube, he he basically started putting it out there like, damn, you were a target since a kid, and not just me, but all of us. 'Cause they knew what we were
Mm.
gonna sprout to be. They know our DNA. They know our ancestors. You feel me? You see, all my
Mm-hmm.
ancestors, they were all in slavery. Every single one of them were in slavery. You know what I'm saying? Um, and
Mm-hmm.
basically, they want to continue. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is just like you said. This a modern day. It's a modern day hidden version of slavery. Like this a way that they could make us slaves, but hide it to people. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep, that's what they're trying to do, man. I mean, the thing is, I was like this, man. You know, at first I was in fear about a lot of things. Then
hmm
again, I mean, I'm not in fear no more because I'm like, okay, well, I feel like if they want to do, if they really want to do something, they'll do it. You know, they can. You know what I mean? what I said?
Yeah. Nah,
Really want to do something they can.
they like I said, they keep
My
buffering.
thing is, yeah, I know. That's why I try to repeat myself. But you know, I know it's about survival. That's what my whole thing is on, survival. You know, making the best out of a situation until something to wake up to. And, you know,
Yeah, they buffering. They got the siren going around my house, and then they buffering your shit. Oh, it ain't your Wi-Fi.
yeah, yeah. I was using the Wi-Fi, hotel Wi-Fi, but the shit keep going in and out on me. I
Yeah,
don't get it.
it's just every time we vibrate into a normal vibration and a peaceful vibration, they buffering the video. But you know, your message is still getting out there. You know, and it's just
Yeah,
sometimes
right.
they do, and
That's
that's
your
what makes
question.
me keep talking. It's not that
Is this
that
gonna be on a?
yeah,
Is this gonna be still dormant on the
YouTube.
on the Instagram, or
Oh yeah,
I
no,
know it's live now, but
I was gonna upload it to YouTube just so people could see, like, you know what I'm saying. So you
okay.
linked up,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and all it's gonna do for you, it's just gonna link you up with more targets, like the targets that I fuck with. Like, see, I fuck with people from New York, I fuck with people from Kansas City, like G Rock the Israelite, you know what I'm saying? Barry Russell, my man grandson of Right Thought from Detroit. We got my man Young Still in Virginia. Um, in
Yeah.
I'm from California, and I'm gonna be real. I haven't met too many California targets like that. Like they always, I don't know, but you got this.
I moved back from California all the way down to California. I left to go to when I left Seattle, I left and I went to Reno, California, stayed in San Francisco for a little while, and
I
then it
wish.
followed me all
Oh
the way
yeah.
back here. You know?
Oh shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh, Bay Area. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was over there, over there in Inglewood.
Yeah, they,
Not
they,
Inglewood, was it? Yeah, Inglewood.
yeah, they, they do it. You already know they do this shit all over the world. So I talked.
Yeah.
My first interview on this shit was actually with a dude from Australia. His name Wayne, but it's Wayne Morris. Um,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, he's a heavy target. They sent his EMF. They got the EMF app, electromagnetic. For those that don't know, um, they got an
Yeah.
application.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
His shit is at 850. I'm like, damn, that motherfucker is a human test subject.
Yeah. You know what, man? Like I said, I've been getting hit with all kind of stuff, man. You know, sometimes my neck hurts, sometimes my leg might hurt. You know, sometimes it might hurt when I walk. I see a person limping, I say, okay, for a couple of days. You know what I mean? So I mean, I could tell when they do. They'll send out a triple campaign to show me what to start living. I said, okay, they're gonna try to make me good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like now they doing to where it's like everything you saying, they see what I'm saying, and then you unbuffer. It's like I'm just hear what you saying.
Yeah, they buffering you sometimes. They buffer you sometimes too when you on here.
Oh shit, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So it's all to it's you see, and then proof to the people. Look, y'all can hear that siren, right?
Y'all can hear a little bit.
Yeah. So that's just proof that the ambulance driving around. Ambulances, EMT's job is to get paid to save people's lives and take them to the hospital. These motherfuckers is
I
parked.
heard it was.
They parked.
I heard it was. I heard it was FEMA that pays those guys to do that with you, to mess with you, to gaslight you, like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they. You know what's
Yeah.
crazy is actually they'll hire people that's not even real EMTs that's just getting paid to drive an ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you could tell if
and
it's
then
an
the cops.
emergency.
Yeah, and their names they could. Oh, I seen this
Mm-hmm.
video that my man G Rock posted a video with the dude doing an interview talking about it's basically exposing this a gang stalking agent who's a recruiter who hires other gang stalkers and he's telling them what they do. You know, you pay for this, you pay for that. But he's basically saying that you know, and these dudes is a lot of them is Freemason. You know what I'm saying? So you know
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
they
know that.
style of thinking is yeah, it's so unrighteous. But he was basically he was basically saying he was saying and see they fucked my head up right now. I can't even think what I was trying to put out there. But he basically he was posting a interview with a gang stalker, and he was basically telling everything that they do. You know what I'm saying? That the sabotage career, the character assassination, the
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you see what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Hey, look, check this out. I was
Yeah,
watching this video the other day where you ever heard of these jobs? It's called revenge for hire.
yeah. Bingo. You
Okay,
just
check
said
this out.
yeah,
Okay, check this out. Now, what they do is like they run a different programs of how you know how they want to get back at you, and they follow police and government agencies, and they pay like okay. The dude there was a dude that was interviewed by somebody like a regular spokesperson or whatever, and the dude was like, yeah, okay, if you want 10 grand and then 500 a month. 500 a month to continue this program. And the program will continue long as the payment goes in or unless the person says, you know what I mean? They said in 4 months they could have a person eating out of a trash can within 4 months from their
yeah,
job. I mean, they can strip them of everything.
yeah.
It's psychological shit.
They was doing that shit to my brother, man. They try to, you know Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker. You heard of ET?
You said what now?
You heard of Eric Thomas, the professional inspirational speaker, ET?
Yeah.
Yeah. They he, he was out of trash cans. I mean, he got out of, but you know, man, I think he was target. You know what I'm saying? Because that type of shit that they to 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 basically, sabotage us. You know what I'm saying? Like you get the fake homeless people, you get the fake homeless people that's trying to make you homeless. Like they'll dress them up in clothes and make them seem like, oh, it's normal, like it's cool to be homeless. Like, oh, I stay in my car too, or I stay over there in a tent. You know what I'm saying? To make you feel like, oh
Mm-hmm.
no, it's normal to be like this. Like, you know what I mean? Knowing damn well
Right.
you should be in a house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
And
want
part
something
of what I'm
better. You
trying,
don't want to do that.
no, you not, we can't. We ain't meant to be out here. You know what I'm saying? If these motherfucking
Right.
stalkers are staying in houses, you damn right. We most definitely deserve to be, in a comfortable house. You know what I mean? And in a roof over our heads. So that's what I'm trying to do is get us all to that point. Because, like I said, bro, it's times that I didn't fell asleep on the beach. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't even go to
Yeah.
sleep because, and you'll think like, oh, it's so peaceful, but it's you having somebody harass you every time you're getting ready to fall asleep. So you know what I'm saying? It'll be shit like that. So when I was staying in cars, sleep was horrible. You know what I'm saying? My sleep would be like, you get 3 hours, 4 hours, and it's only all, it'd be like this. You smoke a blunt and then you fall asleep, or at least you think you fall asleep. And then 3 hours later, you get woken up and then boom, back into the
Yeah.
matrix. Yeah. And then, you know, you go to McDonald's, you try to eat. I used to eat fast food, all that bullshit. And, you know, I go,
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of that.
yeah, I used to go to Popeye all the time. I used to go to McDonald's all the time. You know, Del Taco, ate all of that shit. But, um,
Yeah.
you know, the people all perks, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they be fucking with our food. So we don't really be knowing
Oh
what,
yeah, I know.
yeah, we don't really know what they be doing to our food. So once I realized, like, man, all these motherfucking crooked ass, all these organizations, all these, anything American right now, being a targeted individual or an empowered individual, we gonna get harassed and they gonna fuck with us. Like, if we order a pizza and say we order a pepperoni pizza, they gonna put 3 pepperoni just to fuck with you, and then be like, and then
Yeah, to mess up your order.
yeah, and then try to have you call and be like, "Oh, I need a refund," and then they won't answer the phone or something. Like they just playing games. So you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or they'll have the delivery guy. They'll have the delivery guy basically be a gang stalker, deliver the pizza, and then when he deliver the food or whatever, he slamming on your door all hard, and you know what I mean. And then he playing this normal role like he's a normal person, but he know he's fucking with your head. Like I said, you know,
Yeah.
you always test the spirit by the spirit. You know what I mean? And part of
Right.
part of the reason why I vibrate to targets like you is because, I mean, we, you know, what I'm saying, at the same, you know what I mean? We know that God is the God of all God. I mean, Yah is the God of all. He's the King of all kings. You know what I mean? He's the true God. And so, and that's part of the reason why we are targeted is just because the fact that that's just righteous. You know what I mean? The children of Israel, you know what I mean, were basically the originators of the faith. You know what I mean? So all these people like the rabbis, the Orthodox, they got life fucked up, and that's why they look fucked up, and that's why they feel fucked up, and something's missing because they faith ain't right. And then you'll have Christians in the church involve themselves in gang stalking, sacrificing. You'll have Catholics that be Freemasons. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers believe in sacrifices. The damn priest is gang. The
Mm-hmm.
priest is involved in gang stalking. How are you a man of God, but you sacrificing innocent people and torturing them, and you believe in that? And then
And the bad thing about it,
yeah.
and the bad thing about it is one of the seven sins that God hate most is discord among brethren.
Mm-hmm.
Discord among brethren, and He doesn't like that. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, how can you say you love the Son, the Savior, but you involved in some real deep mind manipulation, witchcraft? You can't say that you've
Oh,
been deceived. You have been hoodwinked
yeah.
to
Also,
believe that you're doing something right.
right. Yeah. Yeah, they all false prophets, you know what I'm saying? But they gonna get dealt with when it comes time to judgment day more than ever. But what I was gonna say, um, damn, what was I saying? Yeah, they. I mean, shit, you got priests that. Oh yeah, look. So back in the days, you know, when Jesus was around, they they you know how people were treating people like you were torturing him. Those these are the the- these are the same people. Uh, and the priests, like the priests that's making themselves seem like they on the right side, they're the same people. They preaching a book, or they yeah, they're preaching a book, and then they're trying to look righteous to society by being a priest and wearing a suit and working in the church, being supposed to be a house of God. It looks nice, but
That's what the deception. That's what the deception comes in at.
hmm
That's the deception part.
yeah,
They don't teach when they're 501c3, so you already know when anything 501c3 as far as these local churches in your area, my area, and whoever's else area, they're being controlled by the government.
But
You know, you preach this, but you get to keep all the money. You tax-free money.
oh yeah,
You know, you do what we tell you to do. You don't teach this. You don't teach that. You know
yeah.
what I mean? You know.
The more evil that you do towards you, the more that people in the music industry talk about killing people and
No,
fucking
yeah.
getting money. You know what I mean? You ever notice like every rapper who came in the game, they always had to talk about, you know, putting in work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every single rap industry. So think about it. Like you had to take people, you have to at least rap about taking people out just to be in the game. You gotta let people know, you know what I mean? You about just to get in the game. And 90% of these dudes not even about that shit. So but
No.
the music industry's it, Hollywood is. You ever notice like the last, you know, you grew up before me, so you seen the cultures shift from like from the 80s and the 70s and the 90s and when 2000 to where like 2000 I feel like as soon as 2010 hit, they had an agenda to just, you know, they had a new world order agenda to slow. Yeah,
Stuff is already pre-planned
yeah,
already,
yeah,
years ahead, so that way they can program us like TV and things of that nature to, you know, 'cause the Bible does say warning comes before destruction. But the thing is, you have to have a spiritual ear and a good discernment to be able to see that, you know, see what they're doing. You know, I mean, we look at the entertainment factor because we're so used to seeing people get killed and all the entertainment with guns and all this other. That throws us off. That throws us off.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, they know exactly what they were doing, man. They had something up their sleeve the whole time, even probably years even before then. They probably had it going on. You know,
All of this shit is an
they were
agenda.
just
The COVID was an agenda. Obama mentioned that that there's going to be a deadly virus coming, and then
bad.
blame. I'm not a Donald Trump fan. I'm not for the politicians at all. But they been put that out there that there's going
I
to be.
don't vote. I don't vote neither because the simple fact of the
Yeah,
matter is that see everybody talk about this Democrat thing. All you know how black folks are Democrats and all this other shit.
yeah,
I don't do any. I don't represent any Republican Party because the word tells me not to do that anyway. And another thing is that what was I going to say? That the Democrats were a part of slavery when the slave movement happened, the
uh-huh.
Atlantic slave trade. They were all for slavery, right along with the federal government. They were one of the ones. Oh, you can't keep your slaves in control, then maybe we need to step in. You talking about the runaway slaves and all that? So
Yeah,
yeah, a lot of people don't know the Democrats were part of slavery
yeah.
back in those days. So I don't do any of that.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like yeah, I don't take part in either sides. Like you got people that are targets that are like, oh, Trump is the answer. I'm gonna be real with you. Trump ain't the answer. You know why? All you got to do is what they did. You know, Trump had a Secret Service agent as his ex-wife, and then I don't know. She set him up as a honeypot. So she slept with him. You know, made it seem like she's for him. And then she dated a Secret Service agent, and then boom, they storm the Capitol, they get him out the White House. And my thing is this, you can't ever look to man and think man gonna save you, especially in a society like this. So if anybody's really righteous, you always gonna look to God, you know what I'm saying? And that's our true savior. You feel me? So people out here putting their faith in man, which is gonna fail us, and it says it in the Bible. And not only that, but it's like when it comes to politics, it's like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's neither side is right to me. You feel me? The Democrats ain't right and the Republicans ain't right. It seemed like the
No,
Republicans only
no.
care. Yeah, the Republicans care about power and money, and then the Democrats is screaming like, "Damn, why don't we have power and money?" You know what I'm saying? And it's just a constant battle between the two. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Freemasons that are Republicans. You feel me? You got the whole movie and music industry is Republican, and Democrats Democrats are for them. Like they watch them. So it don't even make sense when it comes to that shit. Like my pops was like,
No.
my pops didn't really even want to have nothing to do with either one of that shit. You know what I mean? Um, and definitely, but yeah, but touching on the agenda, yeah, this shit is just, it's been nothing but everything that's been going on is an agenda. And I'm gonna tell the people that they gonna continue to have sacrifices. They're gonna continue on with this COVID shit. They gonna continue to gang stalk us. They gonna continue to do all of this shit. They gonna continue with the mass shootings. There's only gonna be more mass shootings. And it's crazy because you really have a targeted individual be involved in that shit because look, they had this 79-year-old man in Florida. You heard of him when he got shot and they slapped his tires, busted his windows and shot him.
Mm.
Yeah,
You say he was a target?
yeah, he was a target. If you look up Florida, if you YouTube 79-year-old man shot in Florida just recently, you're gonna see what he was talking about when the cops pulled him over. He said, I got these cars surrounding me, they're stalking me right now as I'm talking to you. The cop is like, he's just all nonchalant, just like a gang stalker trying to hide this, you know.
They know what they know. They know.
Yeah,
They know. They already know. They got
yeah.
you.
And they, I mean, that shit was they set up a 79-year-old man, and then they shot him to death and busted windows, and he went physical like that. You know what I mean? Thank God for afterlife. You know what I mean? Eternal life for his children. But I'm telling you, these people they sold them. They killed themselves. When you join this program, you kill yourself right then and there. You think because you physically
Yeah.
you think because you got some, you know what I mean? It don't even matter what you got on, but you think because you physically here that you still living. And it's why a non-living soul is not living anymore. You are as good as dead. Like I look at them as the fucking walking dead. Have you ever just you walking on the street, you in a good mood,
Right.
and then you see them and they over here looking like zombie land, like just fucking just walking, you know what I mean? Just looking retarded. Um,
I've seen the faces that they make at me and shit.
yeah,
I've seen that shit.
yeah,
That's it.
I heard they do the lip. And I always try to keep from refraining from doing any type of lip gestures when I talk to you. But just stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
say,
they do you like that too? No lips pump
oh no,
and balling up the lips and like biting the lips. That's what they do to me.
they do the color code harassment, man. The noise. I'm gonna tell you, the noise campaign when you in the house, they make this shit to where you just go crazy and you roam the streets. That's they go. But they got a train station right here, and what they do is they use psychological warfare from the trains. They got this loud ass screaming ass noise where it just sounds like trains slamming their brakes.
Yeah.
It's all to control you. It's all mind control. And like if you ever see a video when I go outside at nighttime or if I go walk to the store and say if I'm smoking weed at the time, I go grab some blunts at the store, you're gonna see the people stalking me, and when I leave the house, you hear this loud ass screechy noise. And that shit sound like you in like some type of horror movie. But that shit, they do from the noise campaign, they do that. When I was before I filmed this, before I got on live, they was doing the lawnmower, the direct conversations, the ambulance siren,
Oh yeah, street theater and shit.
it,
Yeah.
revving the engines, the all of this shit. And it's crazy. It's just crazy when you realize how much shit they do, buffering the videos, trying to silence us. Like every time you saying something, it's just a coincidence that you getting buffered. Like when you was talking about modern day lynching, they buffered you. When you was talking about they have an agenda pre-planned, it's like this. This is what it's like for us as a target. It's like, all right, we got this daily agenda with the noise campaign, with the V2K. You know what I mean? For those that don't know, V2K is mind manipulation. Like you'll be in this room
Yeah.
and then you'll have somebody in the house next to you or somebody standing outside basically trying to control your mind and the way that and just make you think these horrible dark thoughts to make you just it's like spiritual death, you know what I'm saying? they want to spiritually take you out. It ain't always physical.
Yeah.
Because if it was physical, they would have shot us down by we live at. You know what I mean? Shit, you could take two dudes with an AK, bust the window down, and just take me out. But they want to use us. Like I said, they want to use for our ideas. They want to use it for our power, and they just want that power. It's like I could. It's like a video game. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like you winning a video game, and you feel like you got power because you controlling these little characters, and we basically they look at us as these characters. You know what I mean? So it's us.
Mm-hmm.
Up to us to jump out the matrix and deprogram ourselves. You know what I mean? Because they'll try to program us with insecurities. I don't know if you can hear the siren, but what I'll notice is this: we're winning every time we getting hit with the noise harassment because they ain't got us where they want us to be. You feel me? So
No.
for when people want that shit to just stop, when you a target and you know you still being gang stalked, you almost want the noise campaign just to let it be known you it's like because they want to reverse everything. So it's like say you living right, they want to make you feel wrong. Say you straight, they want to make you say you black, they want to make you know what I mean? Like and they've been doing this shit forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're hearing you hearing Tupac. Look, Tupac, right? You heard about Shock G, right?
Yeah, I was just in here playing some of his music earlier.
Man, you know Shock G was talking about gang stalking, right?
Yeah. I watched some of his videos.
And then he's close friends with Tupac. And not only that, but just being close friends with Tupac's pops was a Black Panther. And he was in COINTELPRO. That's it because it COINTELPRO it was started to attack all Black Panthers, right? And
Yep.
what a coincidence. Him and Shock G, you know what I mean? Were actually they're best friends, you feel me? Because they both targets, you feel me? And they try to make they try and this is what Pac said in his speech. He's like, I ain't gonna be white because y'all want me to be white. I ain't gonna talk how y'all want me to talk. I'm gonna be myself. And basically like that's what it is with us. It's like they trying to paint a narrative on us, make us who they want us to be, and continue on with this yes man society to control the world so they can make it how they want to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit retarded. Like we treating 3-year-old kids better than we treating a man that's been through everything in life. You know what I'm saying? We're treating and it's not
Right.
and it's nothing wrong with treating your kid great. Ain't nothing wrong with that, as you should, but you should also let your kids grow. They trying to control the kids. You know how you really and how you really let kids grow. You let them learn on their own, not all in
Yeah.
not entirely, but you want them to develop. You don't want to be like, you don't want to treat your kid like a fucking slave and be like, put that down, like you go to the, you don't want to be like that all the fucking time because
That's almost like as you trying to program them to be what you want them to be.
exactly, and that's what our society is doing with the kids. Like they making it look like you ever know the gang stalkers when nothing that they doing is working, what they gonna do? They gonna bring a kid around you because you gonna be an impact to that little kid because that kid is innocent when it comes to being violent. You know that
Oh yeah.
and then
I see tricks.
like like they'll
Oh yeah.
get a puppy, they'll get a cat. You know what I mean? They'll get, you know what I mean, animals and shit. Or just they'll either be a cat or a dog, mostly a dog, you know. And
Yeah, it's the dog me, yeah.
and then when they just sick of it, what they'll do, they'll have cake. Like say you walking, have you ever got the loose dog, like where you walking and then it's just like a loose dog out of nowhere?
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Yeah, like I was in New Mexico. I was traveling from Ohio to LA to pick up some money, and I was in Albuquerque, and this
Uh
they had a canine, which is a police dog, just running loose. You know mean, and it's the second I walked outside, like the dog. But the dog, you see, the thing about animals, animals know the spirit. Like it's times where I didn't, you know, I'm from LA. You don't see shit like this, but we didn't. I didn't see coyotes. You seen reindeer in your backyard. You see all this crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, you see all birds, bluebirds, redbirds, orioles, all of that shit. Um,
Right,
but
right, right.
yeah, but but like these a coyote ain't gonna be scared. Look, so I will go to the park. I go to the park and I play ball. So I would shoot at the park till about 1 a.m. and it would be no lights on. Sometimes it'd even be raining. But I'd be like, you want to know what? I love the challenge because I'm like, you feel me? Especially with the gang stalkers. Like I got videos where you got cars putting a price on me every time I'm getting ready to shoot a shot, and
Hmm.
and
They love it, bright, bright.
oh, because you know you'll be shooting 80, you be shooting 80%, and these motherfuckers is doing everything they can in their power to make you feel uncomfortable as out. Um, but I,
See, like, see now as you talk, as you're talking now, I'm getting the knocking on the wall. Do 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 do
oh
do do. And the lady, I don't know who's in there talking about being targeted, but I'm tired of hearing that shit.
yeah, I mean
Mm-hmm.
they handle it's just like the handler telling you through text messages. Bang on the walls. I'm gonna give you a $25 bonus. Bang on the walls. Shit, I'm broke as fuck. 25. Okay, I need 25. I'm trying to eat today. Oh, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
shit like that. Yeah, and that's what.
I don't pay that shit no mind.
Yeah, bro,
Pay
by
that shit.
bro. They sold. Um, but but what I was gonna say. Uh, oh yeah. So like the animals is never attack. You ever notice like the animals don't attack us? The animals will like look at us like, oh, this some fuck. Like you ever have a dog hit you from a gang stalker, and the dog looking at you like, man, fucked up shit. Like it's like the dog. I mean, it was in Doctor Doolittle. The dog, like, man, it's some fucked up shit. Feels up to me. I whoop my own ass right, motherfucking. But you know what I mean? Just that type of energy. Like I don't even want to mess with you, right? Or the dog will come up to you and start
Right.
and showing love. I ain't scared of you, you know. But that's when I'm like the coyote.
Mm-hmm.
When I got down there, bro, it was coyote and reindeer, and they weren't attacking me at me like I'm creation. Like, oh, and I'm tell you, I get treated I do by people, and you heard me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So it felt like we getting treated. If and then it's like damn, the animals get treated better than us. But you know,
Yeah.
we got to continue to and this is what I was gonna say. Like we got to make move like in order for you know in Oakland they banned gang stalking in four cities in the U.S. they banned gang stalking. But you see,
That's what I was trying to find that out so I could move there.
yeah, but Oakland is expensive. Oakland is $500,000 homes minimum, and I'm like, damn,
Oh, I know.
yeah, because and that's what they're doing. They doing it to like the middle class. Like they looking out for the middle class. So they trying to keep us down. But what I was gonna say is to get this shit to be more brought to light, we gotta attack the fusion centers. We gotta protest. We gotta come together as a community. We gotta have meetups. We gotta,
Yeah.
you know, we networking with people. Like there's a target named Mike Barden in Arizona, white dude with a girlfriend.
Mm.
You know who I'm talking about?
I believe I might know who you're talking about. Yeah, I
Yeah,
might know.
yeah. He's a good dude, but he's been targeted for a long time. But you see, he knows people that's involved in the C. He knew he one of his close friends was a dude who's in the CIA. His name John. He was in the CIA for 25 years, and then he was in the military for 20. And basically saying like we're slowly progressing, but you can't like he's out the CIA. But there's people like that used to be part of it that don't want nothing to do with it because they know about this shit. But they'll be but
Right.
people like that, when it comes to experience, when we networking with people that been firefighters, that been in the system, that were politicians, the ex CIA officers, the ex FBI, the ex cops. When we have people like that, and then because it's not every single police officer is involved in gang stalking, not every single firefighter.
No, they're not.
Yeah, it's not every single one. We have all those people come together and that are against it, plus the people that were in the FBI, CIA, and then you got us. Like if we all come together and start making moves and start, like I said, attacking the fusion centers where they recruit these gang stalkers at and shit like that,
Right.
then shit's gonna start changing. But for right now, we just, as long as that we're in this, we just gotta keep our faith with God and know that this ain't nothing but the white
Yeah, we
supremacy
gotta fight this
devil.
fight right here, man. Yeah, we gotta fight that good fight because, like I said, man, as soon as I started learning about this thing,
They,
I had to reprogram my mind, man. I had to. My first start is I gotta find out what I'm going through. You hear me?
yeah.
I said I gotta find out what I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
Who is doing this to me? First of all, not only just look at the community, I gotta look at the higher ups. I gotta look over the community's head. There's somebody that's organized that's doing this. They ain't gonna just do this for no reason. Like, there's somebody playing the music, playing the orchestra in the background. So I had to find out what was going on and do my little research by watching videos and listening to other people that was going through the same thing that I speak about. Then I had to start just doing some reaching and reading and some more watching, just watching the whole scene and how people act and that they use in certain things that they do at certain times. It's real, man. It's crazy how you got to train your mind to do that, being a targeted individual. It takes a while to do that. You're not going to just do that all from the beginning.
Yeah. Can you kind of say what you just said? They buffered you, like
Say what now?
I was saying, can you repeat what you said because they was buffering. So like, yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen. Now this is what happened. This is how I had to kind of begin to what would I say? Come in tune with this gang stalking thing. I had to find out what I was going through. Who was doing it, who was orchestrating it, as far as like the community. The community ain't nothing. The community is nothing but a whole bunch of peons, strangers that volunteer to come against you. That's all that is. But you want to look at the bigger picture. You want to look at who's behind this. You got the FBI, the CIA, InfoGuard. You got all these places that are involved in this gang stalking. So therefore, you got to find out and do your research because ain't nobody going to tell you nothing. So once you find out who the enemy is and what they're doing, you find out their tactics, whatever they're doing against you, because everybody's gang stalking, I believe, is different. Some could be similar in some ways, but you got to find out what's really going on in order to train your mind, reprogram your mind, because they'll have you sensitized to a lot of things. And once I said, okay, now they got me sensitized to this, so now I have to unsensitize myself, because the more I unsensitize myself, the less that they do it.
Mm-hmm.
They try to come up with something else, like a new program, to try to get me on.
You see, I actually know who got me on the list. Like, I know the people that really got me on the list. It's a dude. It's a dude who was in the NBA. His brother was in the NBA. I could, in my, you know what I mean. It's him. It's him. It was, and then it was like a slow coat that that was always just on the low, and they basically he come up like when I graduated, getting ready to play football at UCLA. and then go play in the pros, and then start my life, get married, have kids. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew school was, it's all just, everything's mental. It's what you make it, you know what I'm saying? But then
Yeah.
as soon as I came to that power, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I got to that, then that's when it started really kicking in. Like people would be at my house every single day knocking on my door. But I know who put me in this shit. It's a music group in LA, and they not known like that. They view count has increased because now the gang stalkers fuck with them. They look at them as gods, you feel me? But they these was just a bunch of people who would sit around all day, and when they do shit, they be like, damn, like, uh, I guess we're going to the club Friday. Let's get drunk and high. Like, let's hopefully get some pussy, you know? And that would be them.
Yeah.
That would be them on the regular. And then it just became, oh, let's go fuck with Pat. Let's go to his house and you know what I mean? Like let's trick on him so he could get the girls and then we could smash the girls, you know what I mean? Like and team up on him to make it look like he a punk or something. You know what I mean? But he won't know because he think we is home.
Mhm.
So basically we gonna try to play him. So it's like them plus the dude from he's from New York, you know what I'm saying? Um those that group, those were the people that originated and slowly start doing the smear campaign to oh these people in Pasadena and then these people from Georgia and then these people from here and then next second you and then the NBA blacklist and then the NFL blacklist and then the college football, high school football, and then it's just increased more and more and more and more and more. And you see, I knew I was a target since a kid, but I still knew that I could still make it. And basically, it got to a
Uh-huh.
they try to build a profile on you and get you in situations to make you look like a thug, like as a criminal, as a thief, and
Yeah.
and label you as that. You know what I'm saying? And just like I said, the blacklist. You know what I mean? A blacklist ain't. It's like a frame. You know what I mean? It's like in Cheech and Chong, like when they say we been framed. It's really just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's all just a
Oh yeah.
low frame for all the people to fall into, and all these idiots just fell into this shit. And some of these motherfuckers didn't have kids off my downfall. They didn't got married off my downfall. They didn't to where it's like, damn, now we made a life built upon his downfall. So we got to continue doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta kill his family. We gotta do this and that. And so that's it's just like they'll do shit like if you not programmed, they'll have a blackout. Like they'll shut down all electricity in your house. You know what I'm saying? And they'll do shit
Mhm.
like that. Like when you go to the gym, they'll have a fight. They'll have. I remember I posted on my videos when I go to the YMCA. They'll have like 5 fire trucks parked in front, pretending to put out a fire, and it ain't no fire nowhere near. And it'll be the second you get there, and then I've been harassed by the fire department, by the EMT, and we all get that. All real talk, we all get that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Hey, and then another thing, a key thing I'm gonna tell you to look out for. You know, as they have on the emergency equipment, as far as the lights and the sirens and shit, you see how fast they going. They ain't going that fast.
yeah.
You notice that, right?
Oh yeah,
When they got a real emergency, notice the speed as they're trying to get traffic out the way to make it to wherever they're going, to wherever they're being dispatched to. But when they fucking with you, just only you pay attention to the speed.
yeah.
They're not as anxious to get through traffic.
They
You
not,
know, even though the mind of the people are just, oh, we got to pull over.
yeah,
But they know what they doing. They fucking with you though.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But everybody else knows they already been programmed. Or we gotta pull these cars over before we get a ticket.
yeah,
But they're going like hella slow. They ain't going fast. Pay attention to that. You'll see.
yeah. And they use mind games with that. Like they'll put your brother's birth date on a license. Like how they got numbers on the EMTs and on the fire trucks. They'll say your father passed away, and his birth date was on the truck just to fuck with you because they know that that's gonna make you feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll do shit like that. That's
Yeah.
it. But yeah, that the ambulances. Look, when I don't know how much more I could expose these and fire department and the police sirens. I don't I don't know how much I could expose that more. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I was gonna make a video just put.
Just record them as they do it. I've done that on my last channel. Record it as they do it, and just keep watching how when they do get a real emergency call,
Yeah.
look how fast they look to get to that huh?
Yeah.
Just pay attention to that. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You can't miss that. I paid attention to that. I said, look how fast they going, like 15, 20 miles an hour with their emergency equipment on. They know what they doing.
If they going like 5 miles an hour, it's just fucking with your head with that siren, like, you know what I mean? And then when you don't react, and it's what they do is this: they turn on the siren for you to react. They want to mentally engage a conversation with their demonic system and their V2K voice, what they call the voice of God. So when they turn on that,
voice of God weapons, right?
they just want you to interact. That's all it is. That's the main thing, because you interacting with them now, you're in the matrix. Now you're fucking with dead people. You feel me? You really fucking. When you think about it, motherfuckers is really dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to do all this shit to make us look like we're like hell no. We got to gang up body and 300 cars on one person in less than an hour just to make this motherfucker believe us. But I was gonna tell you something too. You notice, like, all the non gang stalkers, they all in the house right now, and they got nothing but the gang stalkers patrolling the streets. That's why it look like every nowadays is a gang stalker, because they having these gang stalkers patrol.
Yeah, I made a video about that one day. I made a video. I said there's 3 types of people. There's the gang stalker, there's the victim, and there's the victimizer, and then there's the person that doesn't know that was going on. The person that don't know what's going on, and you got the victimizing a target, and the target gets mad and go off one day. That's gonna make the person like, what is he going off about? When they use a psychological thing against you, what is he going off about? And I don't know. I think he might be crazy. Let's call the law. Come on.
Yeah.
Get you arrested, get you locked up somewhere. I already know that part too.
Yeah.
I already know that part. That's why I don't react to this shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't.
Everybody else, you see, I feel like we grounded. We know everything they doing. We knowing everything they trying to do, but everything they do is not gonna work. That's why I just say, stay on your grind. When you stack your money, buy you a house, take them stimulus checks, add them up, get a damn co-signer. If not, be the buyer, buy a house, get comfortable. Some place where there ain't no fucking neighbors, you know what I mean? Some place where it's like one house here, you know what I mean? It ain't traffic, you know what I'm saying? So, that's the type of shit I'm on. Because I was thinking, it's either this or I'm moving to fucking Africa, or I'm moving somewhere where this shit just. I even thought about moving into anti-American states, because like Iran and North Korea, because I'm like, shit, they not involved with the CIA right now because they attacking. They're against, you know what I mean? They're against America. So I'm like, shit, it might be better to live out there than to live out here, because right out here, no matter where we go, we get the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but I don't. It's like I ain't gonna like. I mean, people in other countries ain't gonna speak perfect English, and you gonna have shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? It's still a better life than this. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't know too many targets that's been a targeted individual and moved to a different country, and you've seen them on YouTube or something like that, and
There's one guy that I know that done that. There's one guy that I know that did that. He moved somewhere out of America. He's out of the state. He went somewhere else, and he said sometimes he might still get gang stalked over there, but it's not nothing because he doesn't really understand what they're saying.
That's proof. That's good that we put that out there too, because Um, shit, cause people told me, or people I talked to before said, they said shit like that. They're like, oh, you're still gonna get followed. But sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I be thinking I be talking to honeypots because one second they here, the next second they disappear. Like there's one girl I talked to. She calls herself a target, but it's like you always sound supportive. You seem there, but then it'll be something like I'll say something. She'll be like, oh, I called you, but you called me at a bad time. So I'm like, shit. I'm like, you called me, okay, so what? You called me. And then it's like, boom, then you get blocked. And it's just, I don't know. Some of these motherfuckers really ain't targets, and then they'll be talking bad about the other targets, which is like a smear campaign.
Yeah.
And if you really a target, you ain't gonna be smear campaigning people, because you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, if you're a real target, that's not what happens.
yeah, you
If you're a real target.
you see, like this trying to empower you. You know what I mean? It's an empowerment. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to empower when we ain't supposed to start that beef and all the drama and bullshit. Where I notice what creates beef is you'll have a fake target. Like you'll have somebody.
And they'll start doing stuff, won't they?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
you have somebody talk about gang stalking. You see them go out in public. They ain't being followed by nobody, but they talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know how to get us through this shit. And it's like, nah, bro, you gonna keep us in a matrix smoking weed. Um, you know what I mean? Just the type of shit. And I ain't even against weed, but I smoked weed since 17 and I'm 30. But you know what I'm saying? At this point, it's like when you smoke weed in this program, bro, that shit ain't really enjoyable.
Right.
Because they be fucking with you.
No.
It's like this. You get
Yeah.
you get fake.
Any drug you do, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just
I said anything you do
oh shit.
that will alternate your mind.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off. Anything that you do that alternate your mind, they will definitely think they got room to
Yeah.
mess with you. See,
Exactly.
some people are very unique. They can handle things a little bit differently than everybody else can.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the reason why they try to mess with people too. Oh, this person is not like the average person.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be something higher than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that's the way they do it. They try to mess with you, but they try to mess with me on different occasions. Like when I'm a leaver, like if I'm drunk or something,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, come on, you think I wouldn't be thinking because I'm drunk, man? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
That's probably when I use my mind best.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, you see, like they snitch on themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like it's times where and that's what made me figure out more shit. Like I remember I was in a 7-Eleven and one of the perks was just like because my head was fucked up. She's like, damn, it's just a mind game. And I knew she was talking to me, but she ain't gonna, they ain't gonna be real. They ain't gonna be like, oh, is you if I say, are you talking to me?
Oh, that's indirect. That's indirect. They wanted you to hear that.
Yeah. Another time, the perk right here downstairs was like, damn, because nothing was working, and I've been sober, so I'm like, they're like, damn, do we got to get him some weed? You feel me? You know what I mean? And then it's like they want you to, they want you to get on. They want to burn your pockets too. You know what I'm saying? So weed is one of those where it's like you smoke weed, you become addicted to buying. So now you buying an ounce, you buy an ounce a month or 2 ounces a month. Now you spending 2 to damn near 600 just on weed. Then you got to get the swishers all the time. Then you continuously going to the gas station and being around them. Then they playing psychological warfare the second that you hit the blunt, the second that you because it's it's like the second you hit the blunt, then they start attacking. And it made me I I know how to be I know how to keep a righteous mind and smoke weed, but then I know how they could fucking make my life a living hell with weed. Like I could smoke the blunt and then damn, my mind just drifted off into all this negative 3D bullshit. And it says in the Bible, walk with faith, not by sight. I feel like that's military weaponized weed. It's a chemical for them to
Oh, it is.
yeah.
It is because look, one thing I found out was the government did an experiment. I don't really know everything when it comes to this, but I caught wind of this. Like when they first released weed, they targeted the black communities.
Yeah.
they did some type of social experiment. They up the THC in it, and they added some other chemicals.
Yeah.
And it was a classified mission. I don't know the name of the classified mission, but there was another dude that spoke about that. And they said the first thing they do is they release it on the black community first.
Yeah.
You know, when they do certain experiments and shit.
Yeah, the testing. Yeah. So they
They know we like shit like that.
Yeah. And you see, when I started smoking weed, man, I started smoking because I figured out my dad was smoking. At first, I thought he was collecting leaves. I'm like, Dad, why the fuck you collecting leaves that smell like a skunk in a bottle? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I started realizing, like, no, this weed. My quarterback from Alabama in high school, he was a weed head, so he would love to smoke. So, I didn't even know how to hit the blunt at that time, but I started getting high.
Right.
Start getting high through time, and bro, that shit is a mind manipulation. That's a way for manipulate your mind to anything. But you see, I was gonna say like yeah, man, they done done so much shit to you in this shit that it's crazy. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, like it'd be times that I'd be like with a female and I'd be in a car. And honestly, we start making out and we start having sex, and these motherfuckers is gonna pull up to you, knock on your window, like literally knock on your window, and then the cops is following me around town because they know I'm staying in my car at the time, so they know like if I have sex, it's probably gonna be in the car. So the cop knowing I'm getting ready to have sex or whatever, the cop gonna follow me and make me feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And do that type of shit. Like, oh, you're being watched while you have sex with this girl. And you know what I'm saying? And I ain't nobody to use women or nothing like that. But I'm saying, like, if you really feeling somebody, you know, you have sex or whatever, and y'all feel like the relationship going somewhere, that's something. You see, they don't need to have a relationship. You know what I mean? Because
They're gonna see. Look, that's one thing. I want one or two things I'm not gonna do. First of all, I'm not gonna go out there and buy new clothes. I'm not gonna. If I ever get the money, I'm not gonna go out there and buy a new car.
yeah,
And I'm not gonna own an animal because they do things to sabotage whatever you have.
they fuck with the engines. Look, man, I done had 20 cars. I done had 20 different cars, and damn near every single one of them eventually had a problem to where it's like, damn, this shit running great. And then all of a sudden, this shit ain't even running. Like, somebody did something, you know what I mean? Like, this shit wasn't running like this when I just bought it. So, so yeah, like they'll do shit to keep you like to make you to where like, damn, you just chilling in the car all day. Like they want you to just sit around all day. You know what I'm saying? And part of it,
Oh yeah.
yeah. And one thing that's great in to release your mind from them having any type of control over it, you want to work out a lot. You want to exercise. You want to do cardio. You want to eat right. You know what I mean? You want to feed your body with the right fuels that need to be put in there. You want to stretch. You know what I mean? You want to always feel yourself to where your high self to where they can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so yeah, but
Because it will have its days. Like a fuck with you. It has its days.
yeah, oh yeah, but that like working out, like I'm gonna tell you, like I'll tell you, they fuck with our workouts at times. Like they'll like say you shooting, they'll send people to crowd the court. You know what I mean? They'll send their kids to start shooting next to you, and it'll be like four different courts, but they'll just shoot by you. They'll probably tell the kids like,
By you, yeah.
yeah, they'll tell the kid, oh, he wants to play with you. Go over there, go play with him. And then you over here, like you seriously training to play professional, and you really into it, and you in your zone, you knocking down all your shots, you feeling yourself, and then you know what I mean. Then you got a 5-year-old kid trying to make a basket in a bucket, and then it's like, you know what I mean, just distractions. But it's nothing against kids. It's like you want to teach kids basketball, but these kids is programmed, so they ain't even gonna learn from you. You know what I mean?
No, they're not.
Yeah. So and their dads will teach them shit like, oh, Like as soon as he stops feeling it, then shoot. It's just stupid shit. But so when we work out though, you know, they fucking with our head. Like what I do, I work out in the house a lot, and then I shoot outside and shit like that. And when I'm working out in the house, it'll be like I run up these stairs, so it's like a 30.
Okay, that's good. That's
Yeah, it's a 30 set staircase, and it's like up here you got, it's like, you know, the staircases that go like, it's not straight, like it goes straight, and then you got to make a turn, and then you go up this way, and then you make a turn, and then
good.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's how my shit is. So it's 30 steps, and I run that shit 47 times up, and then I walk down 47 times, and sometimes just jog down 47. But when I'm doing that,
Okay.
yeah, you see, and my thing is this: I always want to work myself to exhaustion so I could fall asleep, and then so my body could feel good. But then on top of that, it deprograms me from all the V2Ks, because it's like, now, it's like, how people be like, oh man, you can't do that, and then you feel like you can't do that, but then you do that and some, then it
Yeah.
fucks them up. So now they like, now they fucked up. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, then,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, then you find your happiness because you like, damn, these motherfuckers ain't shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they play psychological warfare when you working out. So they want to make you feel tired. Like, say you run the stairs 5 times, but you got 38 more to go, or 40. You
Yeah.
got 42 more to go. You got 42 more laps to go, but you already ran 5. They want to make you feel tired at 5 so you don't reach that goal. But I'm
Mhm.
I use them
Yeah.
I use them for fuel, because what they want to do, they want you to react to their bullshit, because that it's gonna keep sucking the energy out of you. So the other day I did this shit 40 times nonstop, just up down, non fucking stop, just to see, like, damn, if I wanted to, can I do this? And it's like, damn, you really, if you put your mind to it in life, you could do anything. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and even in this psychological warfare, it's been times that I done 5, and I'm like, damn, I'm out of breath. I'm tired as fuck. Like, I'm really tired. I'm done. Like, I can't do this right now. And it's been times like that, and then it's times where you just like, you feeling it, you just do it. You know what I mean? And but you gotta override the V2. You gotta override the bullshit through faith. You know what I'm saying? So um
You know, I'm gonna give you something that helps me get through this. I mean, everybody has their own way of doing the thing.
uh
You know, my way of really combating is educating my mind more about it,
yeah,
and educating my mind spiritually about educate my mind about how it works in the natural world, and then I learned some scriptural biblically how it works in the spiritual world. You
right.
know, and it gives me some type of I don't know, confidence, not confidence, but I don't know what it gives me. It gives me something to where I'm able to like go throughout the day, because it is one day at a time.
Yeah,
I don't worry about tomorrow or nothing. Like, it is one day at a time. But if I wake up, I said, okay, we're gonna go through the old drawing. Sometimes I walk to different places. I said, okay, come on, gang stalkers, show me something. What you got for me today?
yeah.
It's like you're ready. It's like you're already pumped up and ready for the fight. Like, that's what helps me get through. And then the thing is, I educate my mind with a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
That's really why I talk the way I talk. On my
yeah.
videos,
I was,
I educate my mind, and it really helps me.
yeah, no, you 100%. You see, when it comes to this shit for me, I'll say something that helps me. Like, you out there, you dealing with a lot of street theater, right?
Yeah, a lot of street theater and a lot of covert manipulation tactics.
Yeah. So one thing that I did, like, my thing is this, like, I've beat this program. Like, I'm not gonna say like it's over. No, they still doing this shit all day. They still trying all day.
Right.
To the point where it's just like, damn, ain't shit we doing gonna control this motherfucker. The best bet they have is to fuck with my sleep. You know what I mean? But still, now I didn't figure out a new sleep, because you know how they do the vibrations. Like, they'll have the loud trucks when you going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what I do,
Yeah.
you listen to binaural beats. You know, you get some headphones with some bass, you know, some iPhone headphones or some Dre beat headphones or some Sony headphones. You get that, you listen to the binaural.
Yeah.
The binaural beats have their own vibration. Like I slept 8 hours last,
These right here.
um, but they're
See these?
oh, I can't even see shit. But I believe you
Hold on.
got them. That's the
Can't you see these now? They're not headphones. I do have noise cancellation headphones, but at night I sleep with these. You see what these are? The little orange things that go in your ear.
the Home Depot earplugs, right?
Can yeah, like yeah. I
Yeah,
sleep with those, and that they help me kind of drain the noise out a little bit. So I mean, I got my ways of dealing with this thing.
yeah. But
Uh,
it's like
it helps out a lot.
you already we beat the program. It's just they continuously doing it to us. You know what I mean? They keep having that hope like,
Yeah,
oh, we know we gonna get them. Like it's worked before. You know what I mean? And then the system enforcing it on us. But I was gonna tell you like one thing for the street theater that I realized this how you defeat this shit entirely and repower yourself. You pay attention to everything but the stalkers. You pay attention to everything but the cars. You pay attention to everything but them. Like say you got 20 stalkers, you know, on the ground. I look to the sky like I look at the nature. I look at the beauty of life. You know what I mean? Because this is all a fucking illusion. This is not reality. So you wanna stay in reality. So you wanna you know what I mean? You wanna pay attention to everything but this shit. Like, you know, when you pay attention to a demon, then you giving that demon now you put in that energy from that demon inside of you, that portal. So what I would do, like I said, I'll pay attention to the fucking I'll look at the birds. Like motherfuckers is walking and they expecting for you to be like, you know what I mean? All in they shit, and it's just like, nah, fuck that. I'm paying attention to the beautiful flowers over there. I'm paying attention to the birds in the sky. I'm paying attention to the clouds in the sky. I'm paying attention to God's creation. What God created this shit
yeah,
be the beauty of life. So you got the beauty of life and what God created to be, and then you got them trying to force you in a miserable ass, hopeless illusion to where you feel completely insecure about yourself and just all the bullshit that they try to do. But but that's what I do. I pay attention to everything but it. And then they next second I know they got the helicopters on me. They got the ambulance pulling up to me. They got all this desperate shit. They just begging, but you know what I mean? They can't do nothing. Like I remember I was in LA, they had this white supremacist dude. He pulled and I'm not sure if he was or not. He was some bald white dude, looked like he was, he acted like he was. Maybe an off-duty cop or some shit. And this dude, he's riding a
yeah,
bike, and everything they doing, I ain't paying attention to shit. And I'm in LA going for a little walk in nature, enjoying the air. And so this dude pops up out of nowhere. He rides his bike like directly in front of me. Like you could go behind me, you could hit the sidewalk. So by the time I know he's coming, so by the time he got like right, my gloves is fucked up. So by the time he came like right here, like right next to me, I timed it to where I just called him like I just yelled bitch loudest
yeah,
and because it's just like the most desperate shit you could do. So then when he did that, then he hops up off his bike. I fucked him up so bad because, you know, I coached football before. I know how you got to yell at kids to make sure that
yeah.
they do their job.
Listen to him.
So I yelled at him. I just said bitch, and then I played the little bullshit game that they play. I was like, he hopped up off his bike, he all shaking and shit, tripping and like oh fuck, like you fucked me up. And then but he's trying to portray like he's some gangster, some shit, knowing damn well he ain't doing nothing but provoking me. So so he gets on my face and he's like, "Who you calling a bitch?" And I'm just like, I'm all calm like I am right now, like literally, same energy.
Yeah,
And then he's like, "Cause I ain't been in so many fights, man. It's ridiculous." But
Yeah, me too. I
yeah.
feel you, bro.
And and it ain't nothing that we even proud of, but we just been there so many times where it's just like, man, we used to that feeling like, all right, like once we feel that fist hit us, then it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm at that point where I'm like, please hit me, but I'm a fuck with you like y'all fuck with me. So I'm gonna do this. I have my headphones on, so I'm like, oh no, I was talking to my wife. Like it's a comedian, and I don't even have a wife, but it's a comedian that he does shit like that. Like he'll go around places and he'll be talking shit to the people, and he'll be like, oh no, I was on my phone, but he'll be talking all this shit. But so anyways, I was playing dumb.
Cause
Yeah. so,
uh,
so
they'll do it to you.
yeah. No.
Hmm.
I did. They've done it to me before, but you see, I'm doing it back to them. So I'm like, when he does it,
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I
yeah,
feel you.
yeah. So at this point, he's just like, oh yeah, I'm with it, bro. Like yeah. You ran into somebody who's actually with it. Then and then I'm calm as a bomb. I'm like, oh, you thought I was talking to you? I was like, oh no, I'm on the phone with my wife. And then hold on, let me. Motherfuckers is making noise campaigns.
Yeah, they doing it over here to me too.
I feel like they got my mom under mind control, or else she just know that she part of this shit. Cause it'll be like this.
Well, my family is a part of it too. My dad and all that. You know, my dad, my cousins, and all that. You know, they're part of it too. But
Yeah, my
yeah,
aunt.
it is
Yeah,
what it is.
both sides. My whole fam. I ain't really got a family like real shit, cause they all done sold me out. But my family's in the sky. Like my family are my angels. You feel me? My family is a spiritual family. So
Yeah.
what I was gonna say, so yeah, so the dude tries to provoke me. You talking this shit. I'm calm like this. I'm like, imagine somebody mad as fuck at you and you just chilling like this, like, okay. So you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get to you because you think that what you're doing is gonna make them be like, oh shit, like, oh yeah, no, bro, I was just playing, like, and it's like, nah, like, hell no. So motherfuckers is whispering by the door and shit. So So anyways, so he's doing all of that, and then I was just like, and he was like, "You better walk away." And then I was like, and I walked. I was gonna walk away. Then I came back. I was like, 'cause we're in this nice ass neighborhood. We're in this nice ass neighborhood by UCLA in in LA, and it's nice as hell out there. And it's nothing but it's primarily like white, it's Asian, you know what I mean? It's a small black percentage. It ain't no hoods out there. It ain't no ghetto. It ain't nothing like that over there. So I'm like, cause he's
Yeah.
talking like he's from some gang or some shit. So I'm like, I ask him, I'm like, where? Like, I'm from right here. I'm like, I start laughing my ass off because I'm like, bro, these are $1 million condos, like real life, not a single gang over here. So I started laughing and it fucked him up. And then I left the scene smiling at his dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? That's the type of shit they do to provoke you.
Yeah.
Cause he was saying,
Yeah, they do. I've been provoked
yeah,
sometimes and stuff.
yeah. And then they turn on the ambulance because it's like, damn, like we almost took hearing him, but it's like, nah, it didn't work. But what I was saying is like, yeah, when I go out there in street theater, yeah, I pay attention to everything but it. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? It's like that shit could get the best of you if you feed into that. Some people can't deal with this shit. Some people some people over here playing they playing Russian roulette all day because they don't know how to deal with this shit because they not found. But that's what I'm saying. Like just our just having our just being in the right mind of knowing the right faith. Like you ever notice like all Hebrew Israelites are all solid, like the real Hebrew Israelites are all solid people, and then it's like then you get people that are Freemasons and Catholics and Christians, but they're not really solid in faith. Like they're like it's like some
Right.
yeah, it's like it's like something's missing, you know what I mean? So just
Mm.
right faith, just having just knowing the truth, like the truth, you know what I mean? Just that alone, it already it's already like we already won, you know what I'm saying? So we know what's real and what's not real. So
Right.
yeah, but
That,
yeah,
they got this thing out here where they say, you know, God look out for fools and babies. I
mm,
said, nah, I don't know about that. God don't look out for fools and babies, man. God, you know, God is not gonna look out for a foolish man that keep doing the same foolish thing, expecting the same results,
right,
doing the same foolish stuff.
yeah,
You know, then the babies, they have to develop a conscience of their own,
right,
a mind of their own,
yeah,
by being taught what's in this world and by being able to know how to decipher the real versus the, you know, the fake or whatever.
mm,
They learn that self. They learn that trick for themselves. You know,
yeah,
so I mean,
yeah, it is,
man,
yeah, and it is crazy. Our family will do this like because them that family they got our back. I fuck with them. It's like this my own mom. This I mean it's people that they got their dads involved in this shit. Like their dad's their handler. You know they'll try to make your mom the handler. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm to the point where it's like damn I need my own house. I need to be able to feel like myself because it's like you know what I mean. You'll do everything you can for people, but they'll still play witchcraft on you, and then it gets to a point where
they're still, yeah.
yeah, and then it's all narcissism. It's all like oh, pay attention, and they all everybody involved in this program are narcissists because they want everything to revolve around them. You know what I mean? And as long as it's
Yeah, they do.
instead of praising God, let's talk about this person. You know, instead of and that's the big divider here in itself is just the fact that it's like they're trying to divide us from God. You know what I mean? Uh, They're they're trying to be our judge instead of have our Creator be the judge, and that's part of the battle right there too. And that's how you start looking at it. Like these ain't nothing but a bunch of terrors and demons that's just trying to separate us from just having right faith, just living in truth. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, this shit ain't nothing but an illusion, man. It's just it's a trip because they do so much to try to make it seem so real. You know what I'm saying? But it shit ain't nothing but an illusion.
Yeah, it is. It is fabricated illusion, man. Fabricated illusion.
Definitely.
Hey, yeah, but I don't wanna be rude or anything, but I got my phone here charging, but this thing is at a whopping,
Yeah, no,
what is it, 5%.
yeah, no,
I really don't want it to cut off on you,
yeah, you
so
good.
I'm gonna probably have to
Yeah, I was just gonna tell you.
go ahead.
It's funny that you said that because I was just gonna tell you, like, I don't want the live to be too long for the people because it's like if it's 3 hours or something, then people ain't gonna watch the whole thing neither. So I was gonna
No,
I was gonna say like yeah, um, you know what I mean? I was gonna end it, but I want you to, you know what I mean, to speak your piece and say what you got to say to people. So, but
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I'm a up, upload it to YouTube. I'm gonna do that right now. Um, but
Okay.
it's been a blessing talking to you. Shit, I'm here whenever you.
Yeah, same likewise here, man.
Yeah, you got my email. You got my YouTube. Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you my number through the email, man.
yeah, most definitely. And just stay in touch,
Yeah,
keep fighting, you know what I mean? And just keep looking, you know what I mean? I know you older than me and I'm not trying to like give you advice or nothing, but I was just gonna say just
right. But we all can learn from each other, man.
yeah,
You know, I ain't about who's older, who's younger. You know, because a young person opened my eyes to some things before, so
yeah,
you know, vice versa. It happens like that, man. So,
yeah.
it's nothing like that.
Yeah. I was just gonna tell you just keep you know what I mean? Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. That's why they attacking you as much. That's why they keep trying to attack you more and more and more. Like when you show the dude pull a gun and then the cops and just all the you know what I mean? It's because they know that you're
Yeah.
They know that you're about to get your own place. They know that you're about to improve your life. So they just trying to trying to figure out a way to keep you from that. The devils is trying to block your future blessings that God got for you. You know what I mean? So, you know,
Yeah.
I just say just add all your money, you know what I mean? Get these damn stimulus checks, whatever, however you got to do it, you know what I mean? Add that shit up, get your own place, you know what I mean? Because I could tell you a smart dude, you ain't, and I've been there before. You ain't meant to be, you know, there, but we all put there before, you know what I mean? Like Steve Harvey, Holly Berry done been there before. You know, I ain't a fan of Tyler Perry, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of us been there, you know what I'm saying? So you just it don't make you less of a person at all. That's what the devil wants you to believe. You know what I mean? Because he did that to me. You know what I'm saying? They want to make it seem like you're meant to be there. God's getting ready to bless you with a house. You know, you have a better life for. I know you got kids. I don't want to bring them up, but you know what I mean. A better life
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
yeah, just for all of you. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, my man, stay blessed. I'm here whenever. You know, shalom, and
Okay.
that's all I could say.
All right, brother. Hey, look, shalom to you, brother, and you be peace, man, and God be with you and everything. We'll keep in contact.
Yes, sir. Stay blessed.
Okay.
All right.
All right, brother.
And thank you for everybody who came up in here. I don't know not a single one of you, but whoever was in here, perk, non perk, whatever.